I'm Tandria with a T.
And I'm Katara with the K.
And this is The Mic is Always On. Hey, friend.
Hey, girl.
How was your day today,
It
friend?
was cool. I was hot, but I tried to stay cool.
Wasn't it like 93?
Yeah, for the past 3 or 4 days. You know I don't like the heat. And I feel like I'm sweating already.
What they say? What happened to sugar when you put some water on it? Sugar melt.
We melt. Oh.
We too
That
sweet.
was corny, G. I ain't gonna lie.
At this point, it don't matter. Just know I was hot enough and I was melting.
No,
Okay,
for real.
it's giving chocolate.
I melt all the time.
Okay.
Milk chocolate or dark chocolate, I don't know.
Well,
Y'all tell me.
I had an okay day.
Yeah.
They was okay.
It was smooth, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
I can
feel
adapt
it
to
was
heat.
smooth. I can't.
I can adapt to
I
heat.
was born in the summertime, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that heat does something to me.
I was born in the
I
winter, and
can't.
I wish I was a summer baby.
No, baby. I can't hang with gang. You hear me?
So,
Yeah.
I got a good topic for you today.
Okay. Talk to me.
And I feel like we've heard this topic before, but I want to just get it out there.
All right, get it out there. I'm
Who
trying to
do
see
you
what's
think
up.
should pay for the first date? You, your date, or should you all go Dutch?
It depends. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because, like, okay, if it's a first date, I ain't gonna lie, hands down, and this is out of the question, I'm not paying for a first date.
Okay.
And the only reason why I say that is because, like, I'm not going to be the one asking for a date.
So you're saying that if you were the one asking the person on the first date, would you feel obligated to pay?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind. So if I'm the one initiating that, then I wouldn't mind paying. Like, it'll be like, okay, like, hey, you want to go out such and such a place or whatever. Then, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But if it's a thing where, like, a guy is asking me on a date, then it'll have to be like, I wouldn't mind going Dutch on the first date. But it'll have to be a thing where, like, he's like, okay, he's offering to take me out, which means that he's going to pay. I'm not going to offer because it wasn't my thing initially. Like, I'm not asking you, like, hey, you want to go on a date, man? Like, hey, woo. But it'll be a different story. Like, if he was asking me out, like, hey, I'd love to take you out on a date. Okay, well, take me then. You know?
My perspective
That's
is
how
a
I
little
feel about
different.
it. I'm not taking nobody out on no first date.
So I don't mind taking someone out on the first date, especially if I'm very
not doing
interested. And then honestly,
Please.
no, because honestly, the men that I feel like I attract, they wouldn't even allow me to pay for the first date. So I wouldn't expect it, but if I had to, I will.
I'm not
Because
initiating.
on the first date, the first thing I'm going to ask is, hey, let's go to a cafe. Let's go to somewhere small and intimate. So
Right, so you can get to know him.
I feel like
But I'm not doing
the
that.
first date, I feel like to pay, in a way, I feel like whoever asks the person, but I feel like that's kind of childish. Cause look,
It is childish, but I'm not. I'm just not paying because you want to show. A
y'all
certain
know
standard
who
in
paid for the first date though? What is his name? Denzel Washington's wife actually paid for the first date, and he said that's how he knew that was his wife. He actually did not have it. And she paid for the first date.
Well, see, now that's
he paying
different.
It's nothing different. He was
It
broke.
is.
He was broke.
If I was dealing with somebody that's broken, I see something in them.
You wouldn't know they was broke though. He didn't look broke.
Yeah, but it
He
depends.
just ended up telling her,
It
"Hey."
depends on what I see.
But right, but
what I
now,
pick
but
up.
now your tune changed. Wait, let me finish.
But I can't do
Now, she don't have to pay for anything for the rest of her life. She's rich, filthy rich, cause he's rich. It took her only to pay for one simple date. So I'm not
I know
against
people.
paying for a date, especially when it comes to meeting somebody, getting to know somebody. And then I'm not trying to, like, what's your ideal of the first date? Like, where would you go?
On the first date, I feel like a coffee shop, maybe a picnic, anywhere that you can get to know a person. I wouldn't choose like the movie theater on the first date. Why? Because y'all just watching a movie. You can't talk in between time at a movie. But anywhere where you can be able to get to know a person, I feel like. So whether it's at a dinner table, a picnic, a coffee shop, a bookstore, or whatever have you. If it depends on the person too as well. Like if you're getting to know
That's
a
true.
person over the phone and they tell you like, hey, I like coffee, or hey, I like tea. then you want to take them to a coffee shop or a tea shop.
No, where would
Like
you expect to go on the first date?
Me, I'm different. I love coffee. Everybody that know me know I like coffee.
So yours is coffee or tea?
Coffee, not so much tea. I'm not a big tea person.
Baby, we spill tea all the time.
We spill tea, but I don't like to drink it. Okay, I don't mind drinking tea. I've drunken tea on different occasions, but I'm a big coffee person.
Okay.
So like a man can woo me over a cup of coffee,
Okay.
right? A man
So-
can woo me over food.
So
whether
you
it's
wouldn't
like
expect steakhouse?
No, that's not to be expected on the first date. I
Now-
wouldn't mind it though,
A lot of women,
because I
though.
can still get to know a person over a steak.
Baby, I can't. I'm be
But
distracted by
but-
my meal.
No, I'm not distracted by the meal. We could eat first and then talk later. No, I'm serious.
I can't talk later. I'm eating.
I enjoy eating. It's the same thing as eating a sandwich. You eat it, you talk a little bit before the food gets there. You eat your sandwich and then you talk later afterwards.
First
It
of
doesn't
all-
matter to me. It depends on what the man wants to do.
But
It's not
Well-
required for him to take me to a steakhouse. Like, hey, let's go to a steakhouse off bat. Steak is expensive.
well, a lot of women require it nowadays. So
I don't.
they feel like they too bougie to even go to the Cheesecake Factory. And baby, I love the Cheesecake
I like
Factory.
the Cheesecake Factory for
I
the cheesecake, but that
love
food is
Olive
nasty,
Garden.
though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry.
What? They
Cheesecake.
wings fire.
Cheesecake Factory is disgusting.
I love the Cheesecake Factory. I'm sorry,
But I
hands
like
down.
those. What
I do
you
like
call
their
them?
cheesecake.
The buffalo bites. That's the only thing that I eat. They pasta. Everything else can go in the
I
garbage.
had a few things. I like the egg rolls,
I
but
don't know if I had. that.
nevertheless, a lot of women now expect for you to take them to steakhouses.
They
Not
do.
only do they expect for you to take them to steakhouses, they want you to buy meals for their kids.
Oh no, I ain't never did that. I ain't gonna lie. That's a whole nother ball game. Okay, you hear me? I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I ain't expecting that
I feel
at
like
all.
for a first date, I agree with you. Something small, something intimate. I never. So when I expect the first date, I expect for me to meet you wherever we're planning to meet, because I don't let
Yeah.
men come to my house for the
Pick
first
you
date.
up.
I don't. We living in a different time
It
and
is a
day,
different time.
and it is definitely
People crazy out
giving.
here.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's definitely giving. You have to watch where you allow people to come to now,
Right.
and this is where
company
I
that
lay
you
my
keep.
head at.
The
So
company that you keep.
I decide, hey, you drive your car, I drive my car, and I'll meet you at said location.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't come pick me up. I remember when I went on my first date.
Really? I don't remember.
Girl, my mom was thirsty.
How old is- I
She
don't
was
remember.
outside taking pictures of the man's car.
Really?
Yes.
She snapped.
She
I
took a
wouldn't be
picture of the
surprised if my
license
mama would
plate.
do that. She'd do
Girl,
that in
and then
out,
she
but
said,
not
hey,
back
you got a
then.
driver's license? He said, yeah, I got a driver's license. She said, let me take a picture of it. And she took a picture of his driver's license. But now I
I'm
respect
cracking
that.
up. My first date, you know what? I do remember my first date. It was at Papa Do's.
Okay.
I was 15 years old. I was 15 years old, and it was this guy that I was dating on the block. And
At least he took you to Papa
he took me
though.
to Papa Do's. I'll never forget. And then we went to Red Lobster for the second date.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a little class at 15.
A little class, slightly, but not really. He had
Okay.
brothers that didn't have class.
I went on my first date. It's given first date, I don't know, about 18.
Mm-hmm.
18?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, where y'all go?
I don't remember because he
That's
wasn't
you
memorable.
bogus.
He was not memorable.
She snapped. She brought it up like she was finna get ready and tell y'all some tea, and then say that she can't remember.
I do not remember. Look,
You
look,
snapped for real.
fellas.
I ain't gonna lie.
wait,
She
hold
is.
on.
I gotta
Fellas,
I ain't gonna hold
let's
you.
be honest. If you're gonna do a first date, make it memorable, cause later down the line, we're not gonna remember you all. I remember one guy though,
I remember.
but I ain't gonna say his tea on here. But I ain't gonna lie, he made sure I had a wonderful
Spill
day.
the tea.
So I went on a date with this guy, y'all.
Come on now.
We went
Talk
to
about it.
Weber's Grill. Is that what it's called
Yep,
downtown?
it's Weber's Grill.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, he took me to like the Wiz Khalifa concert. It was
Okay,
cool.
Y'all snapped.
His brother, like, they drove us on a cart backstage. We had a really good time.
A real day.
And
for
then
you.
he put money in my pocket. I ain't
Yeah.
never had nobody just put some money in my pocket. Like, here you go.
Girl,
Go
so
do what you
happened?
want. It just didn't work out. But we still friends.
I'm trying to find out.
We still friends.
That's good.
It just didn't work out. You know, sometimes you and a person have chemistry, but it's all not there. And it wasn't all there for me. But he's still cool. He a handsome guy, great guy. He take care of his kids. That's my dog.
That's what's up. Look, God is so good.
You talking about?
I can't say that I'm still friends with people that I ain't gonna lie. I am still friends with people that I've dated. And we talk every once in a while.